All right, today's topic is systems of inequalities. So when we talk about systems of inequalities, we're talking about graphing inequalities on a graph. And so it's kind of like how if you use graphing inequalities, but with the systems part of it, now there's two. Okay, so let's say we have a line. We have y is greater than 3, and y is less than x plus 2. Okay. So let's just say we have this example here. This would be a system, right? We just solve for both x and y, right? So if we graph this on a graph, right, and I don't have to put it into y by itself. It's already by itself with each one, so I don't have to change anything on here. I can leave it like it is. So if I look at my graph here, all right, I can graph both lines on our graph here. Now, our first one is y is greater than 3. Okay. So in this case, if you just have y and the number here, it's going to be a straight line, and it's because it's y, it's going to be a horizontal line. Okay, so we're going to go y, 3 on the y-axis, right? This is y, this is x, right? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 on the y-axis, and we're going to make a point. Okay, so that's where my number is. It's y is 3, right? Y 3, and then we're going to go a straight line. Now remember, it's a greater than symbol. There's no line, so it's a dashed line. Okay, so it's a horizontal straight line across, okay, for this first one here. Now our second one, y is less than x plus 2, okay. So now if we look at this one, all right, well, actually let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and shade in the first one, okay. So we're going to shade in the first one. So I'll show you. I've got some different markers here, okay. Make sure this one marker works. There you go. All right. So we're just going to shade in this first line here. Okay. So remember, if we shading, okay, we got to plug a point in to our. Losing all my markers here. So we got to plug a point into our y here and see if this statement is true. Okay. So if we plug it in, if we plug in 0, right? 0 is down here. So if we plug in 0, is 0 greater than 3? Okay. So if we go over here and we say is 0 greater than 3, the answer is no. Right, 0 is not greater than 3. So when we shade this, we have to shade away from our 0, right? So the 0 is here, right? We shade away from the 0. It does not cover the 0, okay? Now let's do this. Let's plot this line here, okay? So y is less than x plus 2, okay? So remember, we have our y-intercept. It's a plus 2. So right here, 2 on the y-axis. All right, and our slope is x by itself, so it's 1, 1. Remember, so our slope is 1, 1 here. So we're going to go up 1 and to the right 1. Okay. Oh, sorry, I went to the wrong point. Starting here, right? Up 1 to the right 1 here. Okay. Now here are 2 points. Okay. Actually, let's go ahead and just do. Okay, I'll do this in a different color next time to make more sense. So if you look here, we have a less than symbol with no line, so it's going to be a dash on this one as well, okay? Now, if we graph this one, or shade this one, right, we plug in our point, okay? So we're going to put 0, 0 in for in, so 0 is y, less than 0 plus 2, so then 0 less than 2. So is this true? Is 0, 0. 0 less than 2. Is that true? Yes, it is. So, when we shade this one, here's our 0, 0, right? We're going to shade towards, this is going to include that point, okay? So when you look at this graph, right, now we have these two lines, we have shades on them, right? And I'll do in different colors next time. So we have shades on them. Now what this means, okay, is that all the answers, okay, the answers that work out for x and y, see this part here where it's shaded, both of them are shaded in, right? Any point in here will work when you plug in for x and y in here, okay? So all these numbers will work for the top one, all of these numbers will work for the bottom one, all right? But this little triangle here, and obviously going out that way, that will all work for both of them, okay? And that's it, that's all we gotta do, okay? So we're graphing our lines, we're shading it, and that's all we gotta do, okay? And then you can say, hey, this part here, that's where they both work, okay? All right, let's do another one. We'll do this one better, promise. All right. So let's do y is greater than or equal to 2, and y is greater than or equal to x minus 4. Okay. So we're going to draw our graph again, and this time I'm going to use different colors the whole way to make it make a little more sense. Okay. So let's go with our first one. Okay. We have y is greater than 2. So once again, it's a y in a number. So we're going to go on the y-axis. We're going to go 1, 2. All right. Draw our point on the y, and because it's y, it's going to be a horizontal. There is a line underneath it, which means it's going to be a solid line straight across, right? Now, when we shade it, okay, we plug in 0 for our y. 0 greater than or equal to 2. Is that true? Is 0 greater than or equal to 2? No, it is not. So, once again, we shade away from our point here, right? We shade away from our point. Away from 0. 0 is here. Got to shade away from it. Remember, if it does not work, shade away does not include that point, okay? Now, for our other number here, or sorry, line, y is greater than or equal to x minus 4. So we have our y-intercept. It's negative 4, right? So on the y, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So down 4, right? Our slope again is x, so it's 1, 1, right? So we're going to go up 1 to the right 1, okay? And once again, there's a line underneath the symbol here. So this is another solid line going up like this. All right? Now when we shade here, and we plug in 0, 0. So 0 greater than or equal to 0 minus 4 turns into 0 greater than or equal to negative 4. So is 0 greater than negative 4? Yes. Yes, it is. All right. So here's our 0, 0, right? It's in the middle here. So we shade this way towards our point here, right? Right. So once again, when we say what answers do we have here? It's the ones here, right? All of these ones here, right? Because this goes on all the way up here, right? So everything up here all works out for these two answers, okay? So that's all we gotta do, right? So basically, you're doing you're graphing the inequality 2 times, and you're shading both times, okay? That's really what it is here, okay? We don't have to really quote solve for anything, all right? We're just kind of putting it on the graph, all right? Do another one. Let's do y less than or equal to 3x minus 5, and y is greater than negative 2x plus 3. All right, so we'll draw our graph. Okay. All right, so first line, y is less than or equal to 3x minus 5. We're going to go ahead. We have and I'm going to draw our hashes. Okay, so first one, we have a y-intercept of negative 5, right? So we're going to go ahead, we're going to go down negative 5 from the point, remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And our slope is 3, okay? So it's 3, no number underneath it, so it's 3 over 1. So we're going to go up 3 from the point. So 1, 2, 3, and then to the right 1. Remember, you're always going to the right. We have a line underneath it, which means it's going to be a solid line. Solid line, okay? Now we're going to shade. So once we're going to plug in 0, 0. Here's our 0, 0 point. 0 less than or equal to 0 minus 5, 0 equal to negative 5. Okay, so is 0 less than or equal to negative 5? No. It is greater than it. So, once again, here's our 0, 0. We shade away from our point there. okay? So remember, once you plug 0, 0 in, right, shade, and it doesn't work, shade does not include your shade, shade away from it, okay? Next one, y is greater than negative 2x plus 3, so we look up here, our y-intercept is 3, positive, so 1, 2, 3, okay? Now, our slope here is negative 2, right? So because it's negative, we gotta go down, so down 2 to the right 1. So we go down 1, 2 to the right 1. Now, no line underneath the symbol here, so we're going to do a dashed line. Dashed line, okay? Okay, now shade. So we plug in 0, 0, so 0 greater than 0 plus 3, 0 greater than 3. So is 0 greater than 3? No, it is not. So that is not true also. So once again, here's our 0, 0. We shade away from 0, 0, okay? Away from 0, 0. So once again, what numbers will work? Anything that's in this part here, right? Anything that's where these lines are shaded and they cross, that's where our answers work, okay? So this one, these work for the bottom one, these work for the top one, nothing works over here. Here is my answers, anything in here, okay? Let's do one more. Let's do y greater than 3/4 x minus 6 and y greater than or equal to negative, let's go 1, 3 x plus 2. Okay. Graph x and y, we'll do some point dashes. Alright, so first one, alright, y is greater than 3/4 x minus 6. So first we look at our y-intercept. It's a negative 6, so we're going to go down 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make our point, okay? 3/4 is our slope, so remember, when we have a fraction, right, our top number tells us up or down, our bottom number tells us how many to the right, okay, rise over run. So because it's a positive number, we're going to go up, it's 3, so we're going to go up 3, right? So we're going to start here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then our bottom number is 4, so we're going to go to the right 4, so 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so up 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 3, 4, okay? Now, no line underneath the symbol, so it's a dashed line. So dash line, okay? Now it's shade. We plug in 0, 0, 0, greater than, we're just going to go ahead and mark that negative 6. Well, I'll put it in there for you, right? So 0, so is 0 greater than negative 6? Yes, it is. So we can shade, here's our point, because it's yes, we shade towards our point. Alright, marvel at my drawing expertise. Okay, now, second one. We have negative 1/3 x plus 2. So we're going to start at our y-intercept, which is a positive 2. So 1, 2 on my y-axis. Alright, negative slopes are going to go down. Remember, top number tells us up or down, bottom number tells us to the right. So we're going to go down 1, and to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright. There's a line underneath it, which means it's going to be a solid line. So a solid line. Alright. Now, let's plug in 0, 0. Here's 0, 0 there. 0 less than equal to 0 plus 2. 0 less than equal to 2. So is 0 greater than or equal to 2? No, it is not. So we shade away from our 0, 0, okay? So what this means here is that all of our numbers in this little part here and up will work for our answer. And that's how we do systems of inequalities.